Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling confused? Not angry, not exactly sad, just confused? You replay the conversation in your mind again and again. You ask yourself, did I say something wrong? Why do I suddenly feel guilty? Why do I feel like everything was somehow my fault? If this has ever happened to you, there is a chance something deeper was happening, something subtle, something psychological, manipulation. The scary thing about manipulation is that it rarely looks like manipulation. It looks like concern. It looks like friendship. It looks like love. But beneath the surface, someone might slowly be influencing how you think, feel, and behave. Today, you will discover 6 hidden psychological signs that someone may be secretly manipulating you. And the final sign is the one that affects people the most. Imagine this situation. Someone asks you for a favor. Maybe your time, maybe your help, maybe your money. But today you are tired, so you politely say no. Instead of accepting your answer, they respond with something like, "Wow, I guess I know where I stand now," or "I thought you were different." Suddenly your simple decision becomes a moral test, and now you feel guilty. This is not accidental behavior, it is a psychological tactic. Manipulators understand that kind people are easier to control through guilt. When guilt appears, logic disappears. You begin thinking emotionally instead of rationally. You might even apologize for simply protecting your own time. And once someone learns that guilt works on you, they will continue using it again and again. This is one of the most dangerous manipulation tactics. You say something simple, but somehow the meaning completely changes. You say, "I need some time to think." They respond, "So you don't trust me?" You say, "I'm not comfortable with that." They respond, "You're overreacting again." Little by little, your words start losing their meaning. This tactic is known as gaslighting. Gaslighting slowly erodes a person's confidence in their own memory and judgment. You start doubting yourself. You question your feelings. You question your reactions. Eventually, you begin relying on the manipulator to define reality for you. And that is exactly the goal. Because once someone controls the narrative, they control the relationship. Manipulators often use a psychological pattern similar to training. When you do what they want, they become kind, warm, and supportive. But when you disagree, their behavior changes. They become cold, distant, and critical. This creates a powerful psychological loop. Your brain begins associating obedience with emotional reward and disagreement with emotional pain. Over time, you unconsciously adjust your behavior, not because you agree with them, but because you want to avoid the emotional punishment. This is how manipulation slowly changes someone's personality. In a healthy relationship, both people matter, but manipulators slowly shift the focus. Your problems become less important, your feelings become secondary, your struggles become invisible. Every conversation somehow returns to them. Their stress, their needs, their expectations. Whenever you talk about your feelings, they somehow become the victim. Suddenly, you are comforting them instead of solving the original issue. This emotional reversal keeps the attention exactly where the manipulator wants it. One of the most subtle manipulation strategies is isolation. It rarely happens suddenly. Instead, it happens slowly. Small comments appear like, "I don't think your friends really care about you," or "Your family doesn't understand you like I do," or "Those people are a bad influence." At first, it may sound like concern, but if someone separates you from supportive people, their influence becomes stronger. Because without outside perspectives, it becomes harder to recognize manipulation. Isolation makes control easier. This is the deepest level of manipulation, and it often happens quietly. Small criticisms appear over time. You're too emotional. You always make bad decisions. You overthink everything. One comment might not matter, but repetition creates belief. Eventually, the person begins thinking, maybe they're right. Confidence slowly disappears. Self-trust fades away. And when someone no longer trusts their own judgment, they start depending on someone else's guidance. At that moment, the manipulation is complete. Here's the truth most people never expect. Manipulators are not always villains. Sometimes they are people who learned unhealthy behavior patterns. Sometimes they are insecure. Sometimes they fear losing control. But understanding manipulation is not about blaming people. It is about protecting your mind. Awareness changes everything. Because once you recognize manipulation, it loses its power. You begin trusting your instincts again. You begin setting boundaries again, and you remember something important. Your thoughts matter, your feelings matter, and your choices matter. No one has the right to control your mind without your permission. The strongest people are not those who dominate others. The strongest people are those who understand themselves. And once you truly understand your own mind, no manipulator can control your life again.